One thing I gotta do is, all this rusted floor, everything's pointing down, and I still need to get under the car, so I need to either cut this shit out or at least bend it up so it's not jabbing me when I slide under there. Alright. Well, there's that piece. Alright, there's that piece. The first thing I need to do is I need to get under there and see what kind of bolts are holding the drive shaft end on. Sometimes they're regular socket heads, sometimes they're like the star head, so I need to figure that out first. Let me just give this car another shake before I get underneath of it. Alright, so luckily they're regular socket heads. I just gotta find the size amongst my crazy layout here. Come on. Is my hammer still up here? I gotta get my hammer. This is what happens when your mom tries to drive one of my cars. This is what happens when you're driving my car and you after you eat Taco Bell. Got one bolt left. It's loose, but it's being a fucking pain. Does this fucking thing get lower? Alright, well, I'm 99% sure this car sunk into the ground on the jack stands while I was underneath of it. And I don't like to play that way, so I'm not going to get under this until I relocate this to jack it up again. Well, the drive shaft is unbolted. It didn't want to move though. So basically what will happen is when I undo the bolts and all for the motor and the cross member for the transmission, that drive shaft will pull right out of the rear. So we're good on that aspect. Alright, well, I got the 4 bolts off the drive shaft. Drive shaft wouldn't pull out. Like I said before, naturally that'll wiggle out when I go to take the motor and trans out. I just tried undoing the cross member bolt for the transmission. It didn't feel like it was loosening, it just felt like it was spinning. And the way this is set up right now, I don't feel comfortable getting all the way underneath the car, which doesn't really make sense because just a little bit underneath the car, if it comes down, it's gonna hurt or potentially kill me. So, but yeah, I just don't feel like getting under there and trying to mess with that transmission bolt. When I was back here getting the drive shaft bolts off, I had some room, but trying to get out, it was kind of a tighter fit. So I'm assuming that the ground's still spongy enough to where the jack stands kind of maybe went down maybe 2 inches or an inch, because it was pretty tight getting out of there. So maybe I'll see that on the video. If I speed it up enough, you'll see the car maybe lower. I don't know. I'm assuming. I just know it wasn't that tight when I got underneath there. But as far as what else I'll do, I'll lower the car down and I'll start to tackle this dash. Maybe I can get that loose and all. I gotta pop the steering wheel off again and make a makeshift floor, because this is what I'm looking at right now. See, I know when something wiggles, it's loose. Oh, my button's undone. Come on. that much movement, you gotta be loose. Oh, Jesus. I almost fell back on my ass. Well, I'm on my ass, but... So instead of picking and choosing what I might need for the Bronco, as far as stuff related to the dash, I figured the easiest way to do things would be to remove everything with the dash, and then while the dash is out of the car, then take it apart, decide what I might need. Who knows, maybe I'll use the entire dash if it's possible, but basically I just need the wiring, I need the gauges, the signals and whatnot. I can't make left turns, the blinker doesn't work. Alright, here's some screws. Well, that one's missing. That one's loose. What the fuck, man? Seriously, look at that. That one's missing. And that one's missing. That one's missing. That one's missing. There's one here. Wow. So, out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of 8 screws, there was only 3 screws in there. Or screw holes, I should say. Come on. No one likes a prick. There we go. Oh. My smelly finger. Alright. Why would you not make all these the same size, you fucking assholes? This one. Lucky for me, there are no fucking screws or bolts holding this car together. Speed bump. Come on. Oh, that's satisfying. Look at that. Now that is what I wanted. I wanted to not see the dash on this car. Whoa! Alright, so this is good. We got that. Now, if I drop this whole front panel with all these gauges, there should be plugs to wherever they go. I can label those plugs, keep this safe, and then work on getting the wiring out, because I don't want to have to lay in this rust to undo anything like pedal wise and the wiring running through the firewall. So I'm removing everything here, that way it's more accessible. Okay. Yay, everything is a 9/16 or 5/16, sorry. I'm not complaining, I'm just interesting, that's all. So yeah, that's a bit loose. Did I really just lose my fucking screwdriver again? Oh, here it is. Alright. Phillips. Where is it? Oh, here it is. No longer need the hood release because the front of the car isn't on, so we can just open the hood whenever we want. Hey! Alright. And we got a Phillips here, and this should drop. Another panel bites the dust. Alright. So, we have this cross member for the dash. There's a bunch of matting I need to remove on the firewall. Eventually have to undo the brake booster. The master cylinder has already been removed. I forgot to put plugs in that. Yeah, see, if I can undo the fuse box and everything in all one shot, I would be so happy. Alright, so I just removed the ground from the dash. I don't know what it goes to. Alright. There's that. That's gone. There we go. If I remove this side panel, this should give, yep, another piece. And another piece. For the most part, I think this will wiggle out of here, but the tension I'm feeling that's keeping it there is all the wiring. So I gotta make sure I'm not ripping anything that I might need. Honestly, from here, the next thing I would do, naturally, would be to remove this. You're just a little bit bigger than that, aren't you? Yes, you are. Ooh. Bingo, bitch, bingo. Oh. Slide you out, put you back up there. So, I've got two wires going in the plugs from the steering console. So, from steering, that's what you call it, right? Steering console. From steering console. I'll tie that on the plug coming from the steering console. If I look at that and I go, huh? I'm an idiot. The plug that's plugging into the one I just labeled, I'm going to put two steering console. Two steering console. See what I'm doing? And then we're going, oh, plug it. Ow! Ah, it's like the 5th time I've done that. Oh, you fucking car. Two steering. Oh, column, not console. Fucking idiot. Look, I can put handles here and it'll be like a jet ski. I'm an idiot. Oh, damn, Daniel. You're probably wondering, well, if you know you're not going to use this stuff, why are you labeling it? Simply because when I'm going through my harness and I see these wires that aren't labeled, I don't know if they're to something that I need or to something that I don't need. So when I label it and I see, okay, this is to the heater control, then I know, well, this is not needed. Alright, well, I've gotten a lot done so far. I only have 7 minutes left on my camera, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna use what's left of it, but I'm still gonna work on this and I'll take pictures and update it after this video. Alright, like I said, I ran out of room on my digital camera, but I'm recording on my cell phone now and I have been kicking this thing's ass. Everything's out. I officially have all the wiring out of this car. That's just residual. Somebody ran an accessory line up to the battery. That's just sitting there. There are like where is it? Yeah. This is to the starter. This goes to the starter solenoid. The power, all the power wires are still there. When I get the engine out, I'll get rid of them. But I have my little shelf in here where I'm putting all this LeBaron stuff. So here is my shelf of LeBaron wiring. I'm going to eventually label it, but this is basically midway of the car to the very back bumper. I got the dome light for the roof. Everything's labeled. Passenger side left, headlights. There's so many lights on this car, it's unbelievable. But yeah, mid to bumper. This is engine bay motor harness. I got the motor harness on here. So there's two harnesses here. So it's engine bay, and then it plugs into the firewall, which plugs into where's that big guy at? Yeah, right here. At the other end on that one, plugs into there, and that is interior, mid to firewall, basically. So they all link together in the car, but I've labeled and taken them out. This is the important stuff that I need for the dash, so I don't have to buy gauges and all. Everything's been unplugged. Nothing's been removed aggressively. The speedo is still in the car. The line, anyway. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I could have just cut while going through it, but I'd rather lay everything out in the Bronco body and then be like, oh, okay, so I'm not going to be using this, so I might as well cut this. So yeah,